Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It is me, your girl Britt Reacts, and I'm back with more Rick Beato. Beato. I don't know why I have to say it like that. This one, he's talking about the top 10 records of the century.
You are now tuned into Britt Reacts.
I just came across this post that's on Instagram. It's a thing called Boardroom, and it's the best-selling albums of the 21st century. Now, you're all starting to think, okay, what would that be? What would that be? I'll bet if you think really hard about this, you can come up with what the biggest selling record is. But what are the other 9? And I'm going to start with number 10. Number 10 is Back to Black by Amy Winehouse, which sold...
Okay, wait. Top 10 records of this century. He's reading off of the top 20 list of the best-selling records. I think his title is a little bit... I don't know. I was thinking it was something else. So just to be clear, this is the top 10 out of the 20 top best-selling songs of this century, meaning 100 years. And this was posted, let's see. This was posted 10 minutes ago. Okay? All right. We all on the same page? Here we go. Amy Winehouse. That tracks. Hello.
Start with number 10. Number 10 is Back to Black by Amy Winehouse, which sold 16 million copies. Now, anything over 10 million sales is called a diamond record. A platinum record is 1 million sales, and a gold record is 500,000 sales.
Which are rarely ever seen nowadays. Like, it's just not a thing anymore. No one's seen those numbers.
For those of you that even remember what these RIAA ratings are from the distant past.
Right.
Nowadays, for a single to be platinum, it has to have 150 million streams. And to have a platinum album, you have to have 1.5 billion streams. Number 9 is Meteora by Linkin Park, which also sold 16 million records. That was mixed, actually, by Andy Wallace, who I just interviewed. If you didn't get a chance to see the interview, you should definitely check it out. That's not surprising. That's a massive record, and it continues to have streams. Some of the songs have 3 billion streams on Spotify. Coming in at number 8 is Enya's A Day Without Rain. That record was released in 2000, so it's the first one.
Dang, y'all. Some of these are like... Okay, let me back up. I don't even know where I want to start. I love this album cover. Okay. Some of these songs... it's just proof that they were as big as they actually were, because I don't know the songs, but I know the songs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who the artist is. I don't know the name of the song, but that song comes on and I'm familiar with it. That is the type of global reach that this list, you know what I'm saying? Like, this list is that big. I'm going to go out on the whim and say Michael Jackson is number 1, but who am I? I'm just a girl. And her dad's name is Michael
Enya's A Day Without Rain. That record was released in 2000, so it's the first one released on this list of 10.
What was this from, Titanic?
And it sold
Where did this
16
play?
million units as well.
Sheesh.
Also tied at 8 is Avril Lavigne's record, Let Go. Pretty interesting. I was kind of surprised.
That was a
Coming in at number 7 is A Rush of Blood to the Head by Coldplay at 17 million records sold.
Okay,
That's Coldplay's
I never knew the name of
second
this
record.
song.
That's an incredibly good record. It has the songs In My Place, The Scientist, Clocks, God Put a Smile on My Face, and my favorite Coldplay song, amazing song, last song on the record, Amsterdam. Not only does this record have great songs all the way through, but it's incredibly good sounding. To me, it's the best produced Coldplay record. And I'm not surprised it's on this list. Album number 6 is the record Fallen by Evanescence, which came out in 2003. That had 4 singles on it.
We've reacted to a lot of Evanescence here on the Brit React channel back in the music days. Go back and type it in. It's good stuff. Wow.
Both on Wind Up Records. Why is that interesting? Because Wind Up Records was really an indie label. Yet they had 2 of the biggest selling records of that time period.
Wow.
Human Clay, which came out in 1999 by Creed, sold about 12 million copies. Then Evanescence did 17 million.
Woo!
And for an independent label,
Man,
that is
that's
insane.
huge.
Coming in at number 5 with 18 million units sold is Lady Gaga's The Fame Monster.
Okay, so Michael is not going to be on this list, huh? Like, I'm just trying to figure out where the century started. Like, where are we putting the century at? Like, what's the beginning of the century? There's not a single actual word being said in that chorus. I want y'all to know that's exactly what she says. She doesn't say, I want your love and I don't want your revenge. She's, okay, I'm done.
That featured the singles Bad Romance, Telephone, Alejandro,
Ooh,
and
that was
Dance
such a
in the
good album.
Dark. A massively big selling record, which was one of the later ones released. We'll talk about that in a minute. That actually came out in 2009 on November 17th. Record number 4 is 25 by Adele, which came out in 2015. There's actually no record on this list that came out that recently. That's 10 years ago. Streaming was already happening.
Yeah, Adele, that makes sense that she's the last one that had gotten this title before, like, the streaming, like, really took over, and they, like, TikTok and all the things, they started to have to account for all that. Okay, here's my question I want you to tell me in the comments. Are you a Spotify listener? Are you an Apple Music listener? Like, where do you stream your music? I want to know. Do you want to know how I listen to my music? Mind your business. But if you watch this channel even a little bit, you should know the answer to that, because I'm always like, let me add that to my playlist. Anyway,
By then, it's pretty amazing that this sold 23 million records. You call that double diamond. 10 million
That
is diamond,
Adele, man.
20 million is double diamond. That had the songs Hello, When We Were Young, Send My Love, and Water Under the Bridge on it, and is definitely the last record that will ever sell over 20 million copies. Coming in at number 3
devastating.
is Come Away With Me by Norah Jones. That record was released in 2002.
I don't know the
That
words.
featured 4 singles, Don't Know Why, Feeling the Same Way, Come Away With Me,
all I know.
and Turn Me On. That sold 27.
where is Norah Jones? Has anyone done a welfare check? Where is Norah Jones? Go find her. Thank you.
Million copies, which is pretty incredible. I knew it was a big record, but did not realize it was that big. The number 2 biggest selling record of the 21st century was Eminem's The Eminem Show, which also sold 27 million copies. That was released in 2002 and featured the songs Without Me, Cleaning Out My Closet, Superman, Sing for the Moment,
this
and
album.
Business. And the biggest selling album of the 21st century was Adele's 21, that was released in 2000.
Adele is on here twice. That's all y'all need to know. Adele is on here twice. That's all you need to know. Yeah, Michael didn't stand a chance because we weren't talking about the 21st century. We're talking about Michael, are we? I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all know I'm learning a lot of history here. The 21st, 19th, 20th century, all that mixes me up. It all mixes me up. Because what does it even mean?
2011, that record sold 31 million copies and is a triple diamond record, the only one. That had 5 singles on it: Rolling in the Deep, Someone Like You, Set Fire to the Rain, Rumor Has It, and Turning Tables. Okay, what's interesting
Rumor
about
has
this
it.
list? Well, 7 out of 10 of them are female artists or female-fronted bands, which are Adele, 2 of those records are Adele, Norah Jones, Lady Gaga, Amy Winehouse, Enya, Avril Lavigne, and Evanescence. Another interesting thing is that 8 of the 10 records came out between the years of 2000 and 2006. Check out this chart right here. As you can see,
Music's never been the same. 2000, 2006 is literally my coming of age years. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, nailed it. Like it literally went downhill from here. Oh,
see, Enya came out in 2000. Norah Jones, Eminem, Avril Lavigne, Coldplay, Evanescence, and Linkin Park all came out in 2002, 2003. And then Amy Winehouse in 2006. The only outliers are Lady Gaga in 2009 and then Adele in both 2011 and 2015. Another interesting thing is that if you take Adele's 2 records, 21 and 25, and you add them together, that equals 54 million records sold. In streaming terms, a platinum record is 1.5 billion streams. So that would equal, in today's streaming numbers, 81 billion streams. That's insane. Just to give you a point of reference, Taylor Swift's streams on Spotify, at least, I think are around 26 billion. That actually has nothing to do with my career in the music business. By the time that I got into it, really full time in 1999, it was right in the year that the music business started to decline. Now, we didn't see record sales starting to go away until about 2005, which is when I built the studio. But budgets were already going down. There was much less money. All the A&R people were talking about that. A lot of A&R people were getting let go. A&R people are people that actually get out and sign bands and make records with the bands, and are incredibly hard to deal with, a lot of them. But I started to see it in that budgets for new bands, might have been $400,000, believe it or not, for a record in 2000. And then by 2005, you might get $75,000 for a record. And that's all in, meaning they will give you the money, you make the record, and deliver the mix as well. They started spending less and less and less money. And then by 2008, that was about it. And you see it, 2009, you have Amy Winehouse and you have those 2 Adele records. That's it, pretty much. That's pretty much the end of physical sales in the music business. That doesn't mean that people aren't selling vinyl and things like that, but there are no 20 times platinum, 30 times platinum records that are ever going to happen again. Now, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Leave a comment, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I really enjoy this gentleman. A lot of you let me know in the comments when I said, who is he? I have a lot of wisdom about his wisdom now and his resume, if you will. And he is a GOAT. He's definitely GOATed. All right, a few things I have to say about that. I agree with him. I'm sure the numbers are there, but I think you could just listen to the music and listen to it decline after a certain amount of time. Also, just the artistry just started to dwindle. And I think that is why now you have such terrible music. Like these kids, it's not about quality and artistry anymore. It's about fame and streams. And anyone can get fame and streams. You don't have to be extremely talented for that. You know what I mean? Like one song goes viral and now someone's a superstar, and they didn't have to really work that hard for it. My other thing is, I wonder, Adele has been very open about her journey and what that looked like, her first few albums, and then through divorce, then post-divorce, and how much, she's evolved. And I wonder, how hard it is, if it's hard at all, to celebrate those wins of those 2 albums that were so monumental. Like, does she struggle to celebrate them because they were not the best times for her? I don't know. Things like that I just wonder about. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. I really enjoy Mr. Rick here, and I like his channel. I like his content. So we're gonna be doing more of this. I think it's another good way for us to still talk about music without being punished for listening to blockers and all the things, as Mr. Rick says. I am calling him Mr. Rick because I just hold him to a high regard. He seems like my music professor in college or something. I really enjoy his stuff. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know, any insight you might have. I don't think you can fight back on this because this numbers don't lie. So there's that, but maybe you do. Let me know down below. Go and have the day you deserve. Bye.